SOOCAS is back with the NEOS II and II Ultra, the second generation of their flossing toothbrush. Some of my frustrations with the original NEOS exist in this new version, but what I can't deny is that there are some improvements. Now, I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm not a big fan of these combined products. I do think they have a place in the market, but I wouldn't typically recommend them. This is because I think there are better separate items, an electric toothbrush and a water flosser, which are focused on each specific task. SOOCAS did provide this unit for free, but have not paid me or had any editorial control over the content of this review. I believe it is worth sharing some of their comments following my feedback. They suggested that their goal with the NEOS series isn't to outspec individual items, but rather it's to lower the barrier to entry. They want to make flossing a natural habit for people who might otherwise skip it due to the extra steps or clutter of multiple devices. It's a convenient first solution designed to make the habit actually stick. I can't argue with this approach and way of thinking. If you need a tool like this because you can't get that flossing habit to stick, then the NEOS 2 is a pretty good option. If not, one of the best available, but your choices are limited as it stands. Compared to the original NEOS, the design and overall look of version 2 has improved quite a bit. My biggest critique of the design on the Ultra variant is that personally I'm not a fan of the brushed markings on the silver panel. I think a solid colour would have been better. It catches the light and looks scratched even though I know it isn't. I very much like the textured grip on the back of the handle. It helps securely hold the device. The Ultra model I have here is quite sleek and obviously bigger in hand than a regular electric toothbrush. It isn't as big as you might think though. I can comfortably wrap my hands around it. It measures 27 centimeters, 10.6 inches long. It's about 3.5 centimeters or 1.4 inches wide and about 5 centimeters or 2 inches deep. It weighs 222 grams or 7.8 ounces without any water in the tank. In use it's quieter than its predecessor, around 58 decibels. The NEOS 2 has two main modes, floss only and brush and floss. These are controlled by two different buttons on the handle. A third button switches between the three different power modes available when using the brush and floss option. The respective mode buttons have an LED ring around them to indicate which is active, and there are three LEDs for the different power choices. In either mode, the brush head oscillates in addition to the sonic vibration, which generates up to 66,000 movements per minute. There is no oscillation movement on the standard NEOS 2, only this Ultra variant. The 20 degrees of physical movement in the brush head isn't that common. The Life and Wave is the other brush that I know of to have a similar brush head movement. I think it adds quite a different dynamic to the overall user experience. I can't say it definitely improves the cleaning results compared to the sonic vibrations only, but my own at-home plaque disclosing test showed that the cleaning results are good. No real complaints here. I'm not in a position to conclusively say if the water flossing element is better than other water flossers. My feeling is that they are similar. I am of the opinion that the gold standard is the physical contact flossing, such as string floss or interdental brushes. The results are just better. During the brush and floss mode there is the 30-second quadrant pacing, and the premium brush head with silicone or rubber cushioning on it is really quite gentle on the teeth and gums. It does give me Philips Sonicare vibes, as it is very similar in style to their premium range of brush heads. The brush and floss configuration is set to brush first and floss second. This isn't a major issue, but I do and generally recommend flossing first. This is because flossing after washes away the residual toothpaste that is left from brushing. Leaving toothpaste behind helps protect the teeth. I'd like the option to brush only. Whilst flossing twice a day is great, it isn't essential. Thus having no brush only mode is disappointing in my opinion. The way around this is to power the brush off just as the flossing starts. I should be able to get up to 80 seconds of flossing time from the NEOS 2 Ultra. I found I was typically getting just 70 despite a full tank of water. A problem that still exists from the original version, and I see no obvious way around this, is the disrupted water flow. You've got to tilt it and move it about and position the jet, and subsequently it slows or stops the stream of water because, well, physics. The positioning means that the pipe that draws the water through the tank is no longer making contact with the water as the remaining water is low and flows away from the pipe when tilted. The same sort of thing happens on a cordless water flosser. And because the water is shot from a small nozzle nestled in a larger brush head, I do find it hard to accurately position the jet and get between the teeth. I don't really see the point as to why the brush head needs to move whilst in the flossing only mode. It makes me want to brush while I floss. Maybe it's a mental thing I need to get over, but I've struggled. SOOCAS says that this design is intentional. The vibration is intended to mechanically loosen soft plaque and debris first, which then allows the water jet to flush out much more effectively. It's apparently a shake and spray combo for a deeper clean. Compared to some cordless water flossers, the NEOS 2 has a smaller profile. Couple this with the brush head attachment for flossing and it actually makes the process feel a bit more natural, as we are more accustomed to positioning a brush head than a jet tip style nozzle. I think filling the water tank is easier on the original version, but it looks nice on the Neo 2. It's a small trade-off, but I would take convenience and ease of use over style. I found the power of the flosser to be good overall. SOOCAS suggests the power peaks at over 120 psi. I can't say it felt quite so powerful to me, but not too harsh or too soft. For those who want more granular control, this doesn't offer the ability to dial up or down the pressure of the water flow. By no means a deal breaker, but the NEOS 2 does not have a pressure sensor, so it is possible to brush with too much force. Just remember, bristles need only skim the tooth surface. Scrubbing hard doesn't equal better results. The box contents is decent. With the Ultra you get a zipped travel case. It's unusual to see a zip being used on a case. It's quite bulky, but given the size of the device, it isn't a great surprise. I like that you get a bristled brush to help with cleaning, and the magnetic USB charging cable is simple and easy to use too. Perhaps a trick has been missed by not having USB-C port in the handle itself. Whilst the chances might not be all that high, being a proprietary power cable, you are in a bit of a sticky situation should you lose it. Rarely do I praise the supporting paperwork, but credit where credit is due, simple to read with clear directions for use. Sadly, this is a simple touch that is all too often lacking. The NEOS 2 Ultra has a retail price of $180 to $200 or thereabouts. I think it's a bit high, particularly when you consider brush heads are approximately $15 each too. The Waterpik Sonic Fusion is a similar but different product and arguably has some advantages when you compare them. A slightly different but cheaper alternative is the Ranvu Airjet or Air Blast, which aims to achieve the same sort of results. The NEOS 2 targets a niche set of users. For those who want such, you could do far worse. Whilst the NEOS helps encourage the flossing, you can still avoid it, and because of this, it still relies on the user, a human, building good habits. For similar money, if not cheaper, it's possible to have two separate units and get the benefits each brings.